So I was at GameStop the other day because my girlfriend was picking out a game for her DS. And I was over just, looking at the pop vinyl figures because I like them. They're a nice thing to collect. And I was just looking, and of course the guy comes up, he's like, "Hey, you need help with anything?" Like, no, I'm just browsing. And little did I know that I would need the most help of my entire life right in the next moment. So I was looking at all of the Inside Out pop vinyl figures because they're pretty cool looking, they're bright, and they would probably make good gifts for some little kids in the family. So I was just looking at them, and of course, I understand the movies about like your feelings and stuff like that. And so I was looking, and of course there's joy and sadness and fear, and they've got all those normal feelings. And the next one I see is Bing Bong. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, how does one feel Bing Bong? What does that even mean? How does one feel Bing Bong? Of course, you can feel joy, you can feel fear, but how do you feel Bing Bong? I was so confused. So I just pondered that for a little bit. I'm like, how does one feel Bing Bong? Is that like silly? Is that what silly is? Is that also Bing Bong? Is that like the term for it in another language and I'm just ignorant? Or am I right? Is that just weird? And so I'm just sitting there pondering. I probably had this really confused face, kind of like. So the guy comes back up and he's like, "You alright, man?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm feeling Bing Bong." I didn't want to look like an idiot in front of him. He probably knows what Bing Bong is like, and so I just assumed it was happy, or excited, or silly. So I said, "Yeah, man, I'm Bing Bong." And he looked at me like the dinosaurs probably looked at the oncoming meteor, like. With my point being made, I flipped on my glasses and walked out the door. Yeah, I walked out that door in my Bing Bongy ways, and I never looked back. And I meant to look it up later to see what Bing Bong meant, but I never got around to it. But I saw the movie last night, and I now understand that Bing Bong is not an emotion and is in fact an imaginary friend of the main character Riley. Which makes sense now. I understand that. Everything is back in order. So there are 3 things I learned from this story. Number 1, Bing Bong is not an emotion. Number 2, Inside Out it's kind of sad actually. It has some sad parts. I didn't cry because I'm too tough for that, but everyone I went with was. And number 3, I could never go back into our local GameStop because the guy thinks I'm feeling Bing Bong. See you later.
Docs does.